Since the release of Godzilla in 2014, we have been in the works of seeing a Monsterverse being formed. It was quickly followed by Kong, Skull Island in 2017, and then most recently Godzilla, King of the Monsters in 2019. This trend of creating these monster movies and the collaborations therein isn't going away anytime soon, as we have for a while been anticipating Kong versus Godzilla. And although we have been on this 5-year path where we have planned the movie, shot the movie, reshot the movie, postponed the movie, we have finally gotten our first reviews of the movie and what we should expect. So we're going to go over that review and talk a little bit about Godzilla vs. Kong and the Monsterverse as a whole. Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back again to Cosmic Culture. This is Chris, and the Monsterverse is an idea that a lot of people are very excited about. And with test screenings having begun, it is being received pretty well. One of the new reactions to the test screen has even gone as far as calling this movie the best Monsterverse movie yet. And from one of the test screenings in a Twitter review from Viewer Anon, there is the praise for Godzilla vs. Kong that says, "I'm not going to spoil the film. Suffice it to say, Godzilla vs. Kong is the best in the modern Monsterverse and blissfully runs less than 2 hours." So although this movie has been plagued by poor performances from Godzilla King of the Monster, and with delays and reshoots pushing the movie back, there is a lot of hype around the people who have seen it. There are a lot of good things being said, and definitely cause for a lot of excitement for this next step in the Monsterverse movies. We know that they have a lot of ideas and a lot of plans on the table right now, including a Mothra movie and a lot more, and it will be very exciting to see, depending how these movies play out, the collaboration therein of these modern day monster movies that will conform this Monsterverse, so to speak. And that idea is a lot of fun. We love getting these movies to intertwine and connect each one to the story, and that what happens in one movie affects the next. And that's what we're doing with, like we've called it, this modern day Monsterverse. As far as the plot is concerned, the film will focus on human conspiracy and add a little bit of a backstory to Monsterverse Titans. A lot of people had a hard time following that movie because there was just a lot thrown into it. So the story of Godzilla vs. Kong is not the biggest priority for fans, though it will tie together everything and kind of start us off on this big push of the Monsterverse. The first Godzilla that came out didn't really have anything to do with Kong Skull Island. And although Godzilla King of the Monsters did have a direct correlation with the previously released Godzilla, they did leave a lot in there for us to try to figure out, including the introduction of multiple different monsters, or as they referred to them, Titans. So now that we're going to be tying together Kong and Godzilla, getting a little bit of a backstory as they've explained it, and then pushing forward with this Monsterverse, it's an extremely exciting prospect to think that all of these things could finally be tied down and explained. And then we can go off and get individual movies potentially for each of these monsters or titans that they showed us. That idea, followed by the very high comments and criticisms coming from the test screenings that they have already put out, gives us a lot of hope that the Monsterverse is finally on the right track. Through all of the postponing and the delays, the movie is finally set to release November 20th, 2020, and that will give the team more than enough time to get the trailers together, to get the hype moving, and to reset the direction of this movie exactly the way they seem to have done, and to put it on the right path to kickstart, yet again, this Monsterverse that they are currently creating. But guys, of course, let me know what you think. Are you excited for the Monsterverse? Is it something you have any interest in at all? Of course, are you excited for Kong versus Godzilla? Let me know in the comments down below. Again, thank you so much for watching until the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe, as we'll be covering the Monsterverse and other huge cinematic news right here on Cosmic Culture.